But one of the things that we really need to talk about, kind of a bit of a recap from last week, is proper storage for silver and making sure you know what you're doing with your silver. Now, this recently was an article that was released. And again, talking a lot about silver scams and or just crypto scams or people just stealing and theft, you got to make sure that you're cognizant of what's going on with your stack. So as you can see here, 30 pounds of silver and gold stolen from Washington County home. This is in Pennsylvania. So here is the article. State police said approximately 30 pounds of silver and gold were stolen during a burglary at a home in Washington County. The burglary was discovered Saturday afternoon at a home on Weir Cole Road in Morris Township. This is, I looked it up, it's somewhere around the middle of Pennsylvania in the center, like near Reading or Harrisburg, if you guys know where that is. Almost somewhat outside of Pittsburgh a little bit. But continuing, investigators said the burglar or burglars broke a back door window, entered the home, and stole 2 cardboard boxes containing silver coins and bars, as well as some gold coins. No suspects have been identified.
No.
Now, Silver State, I'm going to show you the numbers. I'm going to show you the low end of what I think.
Why would you
that
keep
is.
30 pounds of silver in 2 cardboard boxes? Why would you do that?
I wonder if this is an inside job. Yes. I wonder if someone had to have known where that silver was.
Yes. And I've talked about this. Be very, this is honestly one of the reasons I started a YouTube channel, because I like showing off my stack, but I couldn't do it to anyone in person because, you know, your friend might be loyal, have good intentions, but let's say he's at the bar and he has one too many drinks and he tells someone he thinks he can trust.
Exactly.
But then that guy's like, oh yeah, where does he live again? Is he still around? You know, and that can be dangerous.
Or it could be one of those slow roll things. That guy could do the same thing and just be like, oh yeah, that sounds pretty cool. I like to learn more. Who's your friend? And then you start hanging out. And then eventually that guy gets pretty comfortable. He starts hanging out with the guy who owns the silver and gold, going over his house, getting comfortable, getting to lay out the land, and then he strikes, you know? These things can be really rough. And honestly, I want to show you guys the low end of what this person potentially or did lose. So basically 30 pounds is roughly 480 ounces. So let's just say silver right now is $25. On the low end, if it was only silver, that's $12,000 if it was only silver. Now, this is a mix of silver and gold. So, you know, it was more than $12,000, you know? So it's just like, man, that is such a bummer, you know? Again, this is why last week we were harping on storage so much and making sure that you know what your plan is when it comes to storage, because things like this can happen. You know, I know it's not a fun topic to talk about and it's kind of, you know, a little bit nervous or frightening at times, but honestly, this is the Silver Stacking Podcast and we're not the silver press the buy button podcast or press the sell button podcast. We're talking about the physical stuff here. So you got to know what comes with it, you know?
Yeah.